Hello everybody and welcome to Jumputi Heroes yet again. Um, now, we got a few things in the data download that I quickly want to go over. Basically, to summarise, because there's a lot of stuff there, but there's also kind of not, because there's not a lot of new stuff. We got one new character, well, two new characters. We got Paco, who we knew was coming. That's the Gintama female version for this event, but we also got Boa Hancock, a limited banner, out of nowhere. To be honest, we were expecting a limited, but not necessarily Boa. And it does seem like a decision that was made, maybe not last minute, but quite late into the event making process, because the banner on the Boa event image is an older version of the Paco banner. And it shows Paco as being yellow, not blue, which means Boa wouldn't counter her anyway. So it does seem like a decision that was made last minute, but it's not that important. We also got to see the new costumes for Paco and for the three choosable characters. They look better than a normal Aura costume, but nothing particularly special. And now we've got the the banners. There's so many gacha, man. And there's going to be even more, but there's so many gacha. So we've got the Defeat Paco banner, a very nice banner if you're missing any of these characters. The only one I'm missing is Akito, so there's just no way. There's just no way I'm pulling on this banner. But if you haven't got any of those characters, at least Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. No, to be honest, they're all good. The only thing is Kugayuma is much better as a support, and he's so old that like I wouldn't pull specifically for him. We have the Kimetsu no Yaiba gacha, which has the 4 Kimetsu no Yaiba gacha units on it. If you don't have any of them, this is a great gacha. If you're like me and you're just missing one, this is kind of torture, because I really want Inosuke, but it's just not going to happen. So, shame, but that's how it is. We have limited Mazoku Yusuke returning. I already have him, but if you don't have him, he's pretty good. I personally prefer All Might as a frontliner. But he has an interesting special because he turns a bunch of green into blue, which helps with one of my setups on my team, because in PvP I have Botan last row, and I normally make a lot of green using Gon when I'm putting him on All Might. So if it goes to the last row, not Botan, sorry, Genkai is there. It changes a lot of the green to the blue, which gives Genkai a better chance of matching up some mobs. A good alternative if you don't have a lot of the good orc manipulators. And we have Snake Man, Gear 4, who's also returned. These are both free multi on the first multi, so can't hurt to do one. A lot of these banners also have a free single, so again, can't hurt to do one. Now, we have the Dragon Ball gacha, which is technically a new gacha, but there's no new characters on it. What they've done is they've taken the feature festival gachas from the various Dragon Ball events and just shoved them all together. So this is going to have every Dragon Ball gacha unit featured on it. If you have none of them somehow and you like Dragon Ball, great. If not, there's a lot of you could end up with some like mediocre year 1 units instead of getting one of the better newer ones. So just bear that in mind. We also have 2 sale packs pertaining to choice, well, not choice tickets, but tickets. So the first one is a choice ticket, 4,900 yen, 1,000 rubies, and a female character's choice selection ticket. Seemingly it has all the female gacha units, not including limited obviously, but all the female standard gacha units. So if there's one in particular you're missing and you really like them, I mean, sure, go for it. We also have the Kimetsu no Yaiba ticket gacha, 3,060 yen, 750 rubies, and a 5-star ticket that guarantees you one of the 4 Kimetsu no Yaiba gacha units. You don't get to choose though; it's random between those 4. So again, if you don't have any of them, this is good value. If you have 1 or 2 or 3, I wouldn't do it personally. I wouldn't do it. We also have Rui from Kimetsu no Yaiba returning, and that event now has crystals added to it. Now, I'm a little bit confused. There's been a lot of Kimetsu no Yaiba love here, and I don't know whether that's just like, oh, it's getting really popular, we should, you know, bring a lot of the stuff back, we should bring a, you know, or how some of the things are implemented. Or whether it's just that maybe they've got something new Kimetsu no Yaiba related coming up. I don't know, I haven't seen any proof of that in the file, so I can't say for sure. We also have a My Hero Academia gacha, has all the My Hero Academia characters featured, so again, if you're missing any of those, or if you haven't got any of those, it's an alright gacha. I dare say they might be doing this over the course of the next, well, up until the 30th of October, I think. They're just going to do a bunch of these of a bunch of different series. So, Kinnikuman might come back, Bleach will almost definitely come back. We kind of already had Naruto and Gintama, but there's no telling whether they will bring those back all on one banner or not. But essentially, this is a mini celebration. So October celebrates the 6-month anniversary of the game, or the halfway point between anniversaries. So they did something for that last October, but they also did like a Halloween event. This time, seemingly no Halloween event. Not to say that we, like, there is still potential we could get one. If they wanted to start it on the 31st and end it on, like, you know, mid-November, they could do that. But last October, they ended it before we even got to the 31st. So I doubt they'd change it this year. I mean, maybe they would, I don't know. But we have this 6-month anniversary celebration and the game reaching 500 characters. And there's a banner for this. The game reaches 500 characters, and this multi, you can summon on it 5 times only. It's one of the only gacha that doesn't repeat. And first multi is 500 rubies, guaranteed 5-star. Second multi, 750 rubies, guaranteed 5-star. Third multi, 1000 rubies, guaranteed 2019 5-star. Fourth multi, 1000 rubies, 2 guaranteed 5-stars. And fifth multi, 1000 rubies, 3 guaranteed 5-stars. So, from the initial information we saw in this gacha, I was like, whatever. I guess it's cool. I saw the guaranteed 2019 unit, I thought it was kind of cool, but now we have the full information on the gacha. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But there is a problem with this. And the problem with this is that we don't actually have 500 units in the game. They must know this, right? They make the game. They must know this. When you add in Boa Hancock and the Paco Gintoki, who currently were not on the database when I counted, I didn't count by hand, we have an SQL count function. The database was at 493, you added those 2 characters, Paco and Boa Hancock, and that takes us to 495. So we are 5 short, right? Now, the interesting thing is that some of the events in here are ending on the 25th, and some of them are ending on the 30th. I have a strong suspicion the ones ending on the 30th are teeing us up to move straight into the JoJo Part 4 event, and I have a feeling we'll get a live stream announcement sometime next week for that. But the ones ending on the 25th, I have a feeling, are because we are going to get from the 25th until the 30th 5 new characters. Which would make sense, because in general this month's been kind of weird for new characters, because the Kenshin Feature Festival was a bit on the smaller side. And then we had these other events in between. We had a lot of returning events, which makes sense. 6-month anniversary, a lot of returning events. Although they haven't explicitly said to celebrate the 6-month anniversary, we've done this. This month has obviously been different, and the fact that it's the 6-month anniversary and we're reaching 500 units is probably an indicator of that. Now, what's interesting to me is when you are put in a situation where the information quite right, it seems like they've miscounted. But I don't think that is the case. I think the case is this event doesn't start until this gacha doesn't start till the 21st. So it's been announced on the 18th, 3 days early. I have a feeling they've announced it early, probably thinking that most people are not counting, but some people might go and count. They might go to the character log and count the characters, and those people will see that we are 5 short. My god, anyone that's doing that by hand. I think it tells you. I think it's straight up. I think if you go to the character log, it'll straight up tell you 494. Yeah. Because Paco hasn't been added yet. So when Paco gets added, it'll be 495. So the character log straight up tells you there's 5 missing. I think by the time this gacha's come out, they will have announced what's happening in the 5 days in between the 25th and the 30th. And in between the 25th and the 30th, I think we're going to get 5 new characters. And I think at least number 500 is going to be an absolute blockbuster. I don't know what I don't know what it could be. I don't know. But I think the fact that we got a One Piece Limited, a new one just now, that might be a sign that One Piece is sitting out from this part, which would be strange, but not impossible. Now, something else I also wanted to mention. They've got something added to the files. This, interestingly, was not added in the data download at first, but later they did another data download, and this is one of the only things that was added. And this item is called Survey Points. Now, if you played during the Rurouni Kenshin event, you remember the Kenshin points. You collected those and you unlocked missions, and those missions gave you various rewards. These survey points seemingly might be related to the character surveys that we sometimes get. We got one a little while back, but they've kind of been alternating between, they have a character and series survey, and then they'll have like a general what do you think about the game survey. We just had a what do you think about the game survey and what would you improve and all this stuff. So now we're set up for a character survey. And what do you know, the first ever character survey we got was on the 6-month anniversary during the first year. Now, this is important, if you ask me, because it looks like, I'm just speculating here. A lot of this is just speculation based on what I can see in the files. But I would say this looks a lot like something we see in the only game I can think of that's done this. I'm sure other games have done it, but the only game I can think of off the top of my head is Stardust Shooters, where you play the game, and I think you unlock these like little tokens that you could put in the store into whichever character you wanted to return from a list of characters, and then they do a special gacha featured around that character, whoever won. Now, I don't think they'll do it in that way, because I don't think anyone cares about returning characters that much. Obviously, there's some characters like, I don't know, like Pegasus, not Pegasus, Sagittarius Cloth Sayer hasn't come back in ages, so if you wanted him, I mean, you could do it that way, I don't know. But the way I would do it, again, speculation, again, just, you know, spitballing, the way I would do it is I would have people who are playing the game earning these survey points, because they're going to have a lot of returning events on, so there's going to be a lot of stuff for you to spend stamina on. I would have people free to earn as many of these points as they can, and I would let them use those points to vote for characters to be released. So maybe you vote on the next new series to be added, maybe you vote on, like, don't show us the results, just let us put our points into voting for whatever we want. And I'd let us vote for the next new series, I'd let us vote for new characters to be added in the future, stuff like that. But I would also say, here's a selection of maybe, I don't know, 20 characters, yeah? And from this, the 5 that get the most votes will be the 5 that bring us up to number 500. So those 5 will be added, and the rest will be added at a later date. So whoever gets the most survey points spent on them, those are the 5 characters that will be added in some way in the next 5 days, and the rest will be added at a later date. That's how I would do it. But I don't necessarily know that that's how they feel about it. Additionally, we did have one new stage added to the game, and that stage was another Yu-Gi-Oh stage. Incidentally, it's the stage from the original volumes of the manga where Yugi first duels against Kaiba. After after Kaiba, this happened in the first episode of the anime, but they completely redid it because the anime was made just to sell the card game. The manga had its whole own story for the first 7 volumes, and then it became about selling a card game. Much less so than the anime, don't get me wrong. It's much better than the anime, that sort of thing. But those first 7 volumes are just their own wacky story. It's amazing. And the particular arc where Yugi and friends are ascending this death tower that Kaiba has prepared for them, and there's all these booby traps and stuff like that. And at one point, I think Yugi has to play the Capsule Monsters game against Mokuba, and then he plays against Kaiba at the top. If you haven't read the first 7 volumes of Yu-Gi-Oh, I highly recommend it because it's mad. And Yugi just, you know, gives Kaiba borderline permanent brain damage that can only be fixed not by doctors, but by him solving his own mental Rubik's Cube inside his own mind. But he's left paralyzed and in a wheelchair, and it's just, it's a different breed to the fucking anime. So we've got 2 stages now from Yu-Gi-Oh! One seemingly referring to the battle against Bakura at the end in Volume 7. And when I say at the end, I mean the end of the original manga, so Volume 7. And one referring to the battle against Kaiba, which I think is Volume 5. So it's looking like an OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Event, which totally makes sense. We're definitely, like, I'll save it for the predictions video, which I will do. But we're totally gonna get a new Yugi. We're totally gonna get a limited Yugi as well. So lots of good things. Anyway, we're also here for summons. Okay, we're also here for summons. Now, to quickly talk about this lottery gacha, I get that it's supposed to be a lottery. I get that it's you know, they can't just give away goodies, but you have a 98.39% chance of getting a scroll or a book. You have a 99.39% chance of getting a scroll or book or jewel fragment. You have a 0.61% chance of getting a choice ticket or a jewel. So if you do get one of those, you are very lucky. I personally don't think I'm that lucky, so I don't think I will get that. Probably a scroll. Oh, it's a 5-star. It's a 5. It could be a 6-star. Who knows? What could it be? There's a book. You just get one. Anyway, the point is, this is for 12 days. You get 12 rewards, but more importantly, every time you do one of those summons, you get a 5-star ticket fragment, just for participating. So regardless of what reward you get a 5-star ticket fragment. So if you do this every day, you're guaranteed a free 5-star. So there's at least that. Now I'd like to point out that I am actually saving my tickets. The only tickets I'm using are special event ones. If there's anything like the only tickets I'm using are special event ones. So if I get any of these invitation things or whatever they're called from this event, I will use them. But anything like gold tickets, 10% tickets, 3-star tickets, 5-star tickets, multi-tickets, anything I get like that I am saving, just because the pool is not very good right now. There's not a lot of characters I need from that pool, and so I would much, instead of just constantly pulling these tickets, like, I've had so many dupes from them now because I have so many of these characters already. Instead of bothering with that, I think the better alternative is just to sit and wait, because there's a chance that by the time New Year comes around, by the time we're in January 2020, they might indeed have updated the pool. And if they do update the pool, that would be really good for me, because there's a lot of 2019 units I'm missing, but there's not that many 2018 units. So just something to bear in mind. Now, there's a lot of Gatchrum right now. We're going to start off with a free single summon, because the chances of this being something I need are so astronomically low. Might as well just get it out of the way. And what do you know? Rico Ida. So, let's start off with Snake Man, because we got a free single on Snake Man and a free multi on Snake Man. Very kind of them. Snake Man is not a unit I'm particularly interested in going very far for, so we'll do the 1 free multi and that'll be that. Free single was kind of there. If I can get any 5-star from this, it was free, so I'm gassed. It doesn't matter who it is. Even if it's a duper Kentra again and I'm just adding more luck to him, it's fine. No 5-star. Any useful 4 stars? No. So, whatever. So we have a free single on this My Hero Academia banner. Lots of free singles. If I can get anything off the free singles again, very happy. There is a bit of temptation to go for a multi on the My Hero Academia banner. Just one. Because, unlike the Kimetsu no Yaiba banner, yes, I've got Midoriya, yes, I've got Bakugo. I don't have Todoroki, I do have Tsuyu, I don't have Kirishima, and I don't have Mirio. So, if I could get Mirio, that'd be sick. I really want Kirishima, because he's one of my favourites, but Mirio would actually be very useful for my team. So, temptation is there. What other banners we got a free single on? Did we not get a free single on this one? What? I thought we were supposed to get a free single on every banner. We got a free single on Boa. Let's go. Free single. Free single gang. I've never got a limit off a free single. I think very few people have. I've never got a limit off a single full stop, let alone a free one. Not that I do that many singles. So we might be doing some summons for Boa, but I really don't want to go 9. I really don't want to, but like she's pretty good, and her animations are pretty good, and like if it was another Luffy, I wouldn't be interested. But because it's a character from One Piece that's not like version 5 Luffy or whatever, it's a lot more interesting to me. And there's also a temptation to do like a 500 on this banner down here, the one with Kaido and Katsura on it, because, well, I'd like to get Kaido and Katsura. Obviously, there's Gon and Emron there as well, who I already have, but I don't know. How many rubies would that be? 500, 1,000, and then whatever I spend on Boa. Okay, we'll do that. Fuck it, whatever. I'm in the mood for doing some summons. So, 500 on the Katsura and the tower gacha, and it has got us a 5-star. If this could be Shun Kaido, that is incredible. I'm so grateful because that saves me using a choice ticket on him ever. This Tanjiro. Okay, I think that brings him to level 8 skill. Tanjiro is a very good unit, so dupes of him is not bad. Very good. Let's see, My Hero Academia gacha. Let's do. This is not a good way to spend your rubies, by the way. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't do what I'm doing. This is a 500 on the My Hero Academia banner. Again, if I could just get, like I said, Mirio would be amazing. Kirishima would be amazing. Ooh, we got 5-star. The luck's there. The luck is there. We got 2. If it could just be, please, just if they're both Midoriya, right? Actually, you know what? If they're both Midoriya, that's not bad. Duping him up would actually be pretty good. If they're both Bakugo, that'd be kind of dead. It's a version 1 Yusuke, who I think is now on level 10 skills. Okay. Next one should be a 5-star also. And of course, Midoriya. Okay. You know. Not great because it's 2 day 1 units, but at the same time, like, Midoriya is pretty good. Like, he's at top skill, he's 350% damage, which all right nowadays is only it's for level 12. It's only okay. But he gives himself a 28% attack boost for 4 turns. I think he's also not affected by ineffective bubble, which makes him really good for All for One. Gives himself a flat 26% attack boost. And his support's half decent too. So, like, really, that's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, now here's the painful bit. I really don't want to, guys. I really don't want to. First multi. It's 4-star. Oh boy. I think we got one useful dupe in there. I think we got Aikitora as one useful dupe. All the rest are maxed. Oh wait, no, Piccolo? Did I get Piccolo? I don't think Piccolo's maxed out yet. No. That's good. That's good. Second multi. What are we gonna get? Oh, I've risked all my luck on unfeatured 5-stars and other banners. I should have saved it for this one. No useful dupes there. I've got anyone there that goes to 6-star already maxed. The third multi is guaranteed 5-star. To be honest, I think with the way that other gacha is set up, you're probably better off summoning on that one than any limited banner because you're guaranteed a bunch of 5-star. Well, you're guaranteed for, let's see, for 4,250 rubies, you're guaranteed 5, 6, 7. You're guaranteed 8 5-stars, and one of them is guaranteed to be a 2019 unit. No banner has a turnout like that. So, it is good. It's pretty good. One 5-star. Is KG. Okay. Not a bad unit, just not what we're looking for. Do I go any further? I should really not. Wait, because we don't know what's happening next week. And if... Oh, fuck. I go down this rabbit hole so often. I really shouldn't. Stop. This should stop. I'm doing it anyway. Fuck it. Eventually I have to get lucky and get one before 9 multis. Right? Right? Eventually. Now I've done the 4th, I can't not do all 9. No useful units there. Kids, don't do what I do. Okay? Don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. Definitely don't do as I do. And we got a 5-star. On the 5th multi, so hey, pretty good. Oh, we got a Tsukishima dupe as well. That's pretty good. Kankachi, or Ryotsu rather. It's an okay dupe. It's an okay dupe. Important point to make. Might be worth. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen because he seems like the kind of character who would get a version 2, but might be worth keeping copies of Joey Wheeler or Katsuya Jonouchi, because I would say with the Yu-Gi-Oh event coming, there's a chance he might get a 6-star awakening, and if he does, that's a pretty easy 99 luck if you've been saving copies. You don't have to keep him in your box, just feed him to him, like, you know. Tadadita, oh, that's a really bad dupe because I've already got all his useful skill levels. That's a really bad dupe. Well, I guess we're getting some luck on Tadadita. Oh no. Oh no. Oh guys, oh no. Another multi to go. Another dead multi. Any units worthwhile in here? No. Moving on. Give me Piccolos, give me Tsukishimas, give me, you know, anything I don't already have 99 luck, or, you know, give me a 5-star, that'd be great. Ah, you can't do this. This is illegal. Oh no. No, it's another one. I'm not getting anything. Ah. Alright. Well, we've done it now, so fuck it, right? This mod is gonna be. Oh, this mod is gonna be a 5-star. Look at that. See, see. This isn't even guaranteed. Just lucky day. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Fucking really? Okay. Not bad dude. Not bad dude. So once again, I've been swindled, I've been bamboozled, I've been done in. But there she is. Shout out to the troopers that waited till the end of this fucking long ass video. But there she is. Can't redeem her because my box is full, but we'll do that afterwards. That's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed my suffering. And we'll be back with more news when they actually announce it. And I'm sure I will be very upset with what they announce. But hey, that's how it is. I'll see you next time.